Robert John Owen,
And how old are you?
90 in July.
So how's your life changed from a year ago to coming now?
Oh, it's given me a second life, because now I've got into doing things. I'm a much happier person. I was a bit miserable because I lost my wife last year, and I went through a very deep mourning session. Sorry. And I've been married 67 years, so you can imagine that, that a loss of a wife like that was deeply affected.
Yeah.
I was deeply affected, and although you get a lot of sympathy, it's not enough. And I went through a very sad time, and suddenly one day I thought, I'll come to the men's shed, see what it's like again. And once I was here, I met Angus. Angus had lost his voice because he had a heart attack, and he was trying to speak properly again. So I used to sit with Angus every time, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We sat together and he talked and talked until he obviously was getting better. Then one day I saw on the notice board there, table and 2 chairs. And I thought, oh, that seemed a good idea. So I put my name on it. And Marty, one of our organisers, took me down to this lady called Lilius, and we brought back the 2 chairs, because I thought, well, no good bringing back all of them. We'll bring back 2 chairs and see how that goes. The only proviso was, would we match the rest of her woodwork in the kitchen? So that was it. So I bought some light oak stain, I stripped the chairs, scraped all the varnish and stain, got that down to the basic wood, and cleaned them up, stained them, varnished them and polished them. Took the chairs back, she was very pleased. We took the table away, did exactly the same. Now she had a matching table and chairs that matched the rest of her woodwork in the kitchen.
So when you wake up in the morning now, compared to 6 months ago...
Oh, I'm a happier bloke. Much happier bloke. Yeah.
Okay. And have you made
I look forward to coming here. I really do. I really do. Yeah.
So have you made, outside of Angus, have you made any new friends?
Yeah, all of them. Everybody who comes here, we all talk to each other, especially when we sit round the table and have refreshment and that sort of thing. We just chat to each other, find what they know, what I know, and the friendliness, well, there's no value you can put on it. It's invaluable. All the talk, and we have a bit of back chat, especially Mike and me, we rib each other terrible. But it's nice, and the fact that we're all equal, because it doesn't matter how old or young you are, or where you've been and what you've done, we're all equal, and it's our shed. That means that if I want to pick up something and do it, I can, and I can get help. The people here who know quite a lot about things, how to do things, how not to do things, and safety stuff that we can be taught, how to run the machines, use the machines. So I feel quite confident in there that if I want to use that lathe in there, I can go to, say, Louis and say, show me how to use the lathe, Louis, and that's it. Because that's the one thing I've got in my mind. I want to make these little wooden steam engines again. And if I turn up cylinders and wheels, I've got the majority of parts for a steam engine. And the fact that we can come in here and lend a hand. If someone wants to do washing up, we'll wash up. If you want to fill the kettles up and fill the urn up with water for tea and coffee, you do that. If we make a mess, get the vacuum cleaner out, clean up after us. And we've got ovens in the kitchen there, so if we want to bring some food in and heat it up or cook it, we can do. And the other nice advantage here is that when we have a do like Burns Night or Christmas or barbecues, we have it here. What more can you say when the chaps can bring their wives along as well, and we're all a friendly place.
So it's obviously made a big difference in your life.
It's invaluable. It's invaluable.
I'm Jeremy, and I am a sociology PhD student at the University of Aberdeen. I'm 25 and most of the guys here are at least over 50s. What I found anyway, a lot of the guys in there, they're all they're all sort of hidden teachers. I'm a bookish person. I'm not great with tools or what have you. I found a lot of the chaps here come in, and they're only too happy to offer advice and suggestions to me. Say, hey, you should do this. Hey, I'll show you how to do that. And you know, it's like intergenerational transfer of knowledge.
I live in Ormiston. Yes, in Ormiston. John Wilson, 84.
84. Does that make you the oldest man in the shed?
Yes.
It does. How long have you been coming, John?
About a year.
So what do you do in the shed? Why do you come here?
Make bird boxes just for companionship. I'm just on my own, and it's just for relaxation, and I'm getting old and I'm trying to keep as agile as much as I can. So that's why I come to the shed, and it's a good class of boys and that, and thoroughly enjoy working with them, and it's actually helped one another. So I'm a tradesman. I've got a trade like and that, and blacksmith to trade, and I go to the stained glass on a Wednesday, do the stained glass windows, and it's just keep yourself occupied.
My name's Norman Richards. I'm 75, unfortunately. I was born in Stornoway, but I came to Keith when I was 5. I've worked mostly out of the town in my working career. So now that I've retired, although everyone in the town seemed to know me, I wasn't quite sure who they were. Retirement hung heavy in my hands until I heard about the men's shed, and I went along and I met and got to know people that I've seen going about all my life. The camaraderie, if that's the word you take it, is excellent. The meetings are friendly, lots of chat, and they've improved retired life immensely.
I went to university in Aberdeen, and I taught at school here in Keith for, well, just a fraction under 30 years. Took early retirement in 2009, but then, as you find out, once you become retired, you don't get days off anymore.
So you think when you actually get a shed, because obviously you don't even have a shed yet, so this journey of getting the shed seems to be beneficial to you already.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, yes. What's evident, especially to me, is it's just the teamwork element of it as well. And just to illustrate that, last June we held our first coffee morning as a fundraiser, and loads of women raised their eyebrows all round Keith when they heard that we were running a coffee morning, and they came along in droves, partly out of nosiness, just to see how good a job we'd make of it, but they were very impressed. Now, we did obviously take advice, but it was generally 90% men that were doing the work and the organising of it. And we raised over £1,300, I think it was.
Wow.
And when this came out, all the women thought, crikey, what a good job they did. Apart from the fact we raised lots of money, the women that go regularly to coffee mornings were impressed at what a good job we'd made. But it wasn't just down to the folk that I mentioned. Heaps of the men were there, serving and just doing all the jobs that need to be done in the day. So that was really impressive.
So do you find that, as you said, we don't have a shed, but the journey to the shed and doing these kind of coffee mornings gives the men then a purpose or a role?
Oh yes, definitely.
And have you found that, I was filming some guys with strokes and stuff in here, and they were saying that coming out and socialising and speaking more rather than maybe being at home alone, and it's helped in their lives.
Yeah.
Have you witnessed any of that?
Well, personally speaking, you see, I didn't have a stroke, but I did have neurosurgery, and that's why my face and my voice and my balance and my coordination aren't quite right. And although I was a teacher, teaching a class of youngsters is totally different to addressing adults. So on the occasions when Ian's not here, the chairman, I've got to chair the meetings, and I had never chaired meetings before. So it was a very rapid learning curve, if that's the right phrase, because I just wasn't used to that. Because teaching kids, folk think, oh, he's a teacher, he can do that. But chairing a meeting so that everybody gets a chance to speak, and you don't get folk that dominate it, and you get proper discussion. I'm not saying I'm a brilliant chairman, but there's definitely a skill and a technique. So you have to watch other folk and see how they do it, and you just have to put in your own personal input. So it's helped my confidence. Not that I ever want to be a chairman, but it would give me the confidence to say to other folk, if I can do it, you can do it. You just need a few little basics, but the main thing is just the confidence. And another factor that you've got to bear in mind is, especially in the early stages of an organisation being set up, if you're willing to actually take on one of these roles, everybody else makes allowances because they're so glad that they don't have to do it.
So they appreciate
Yes.
what you're doing, because of course it's all voluntary.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.